Now, let's talk about the S25 Edge. Now, there are a lot of rumors about this phone coming out, and from what I've seen, this phone's a little confusing. I mean, basically, what this phone is, it's a 6.7-inch phone, rumored to be, and it has the 200 megapixel camera from the Ultra, and it has a flat design similar to the S25 Plus, and it has a 4000 milliampere hour battery, and it's really slim. Now, that's the main focus of this phone. It's slim, but I don't understand why they're making this phone. I mean, yeah, I guess it's nice that it's slim, but you are losing a lot of battery capacity because it's a 4000 milliampere battery. So, and I honestly think people would rather have the battery capacity than a slim phone. I mean, phones these days aren't really that thick in a way that's kind of uncomfortable. I mean, yes, the size is a bit of an issue. 6.7-inch phones are really hard to handle in one hand, so that's an issue. But I don't think anyone really focuses that much on thickness. So why are they making a slim phone? And there are also, it's not just Samsung, there are also rumors about Apple coming out with a similar iPhone this year. And I don't know, it's a little confusing, it doesn't really make sense. And the S25 Edge has two cameras. One is the 200 megapixel and the other one, I'm not sure what it is exactly. Now, I don't know if they can put in a periscope lens in a phone that thin. That would be a bit challenging. So maybe it might be an ultra wide. Oh yeah, and the pricing. The pricing is rumored to be sitting somewhere between the S25 Plus and the S25 Ultra. Now, if it was some super cheap phone, then that would make sense. But at this price point, I don't get it. It's sitting between the Plus and the Ultra. And I don't know who it's for. Is there a market for people who want really large, slim phones? I mean, slimmer phones? I don't get it. Now, one theory I do have about it is, now there's been this new battery tech that's been going out, the silicon carbide batteries. Now, with this battery, we can basically get more capacity in the same space as compared to regular phones batteries. And the S25 Ultra, some people were hoping that it would have this battery tech, but it didn't happen. It had the regular batteries. And so I have a theory that maybe they're testing out this new battery tech on this phone as a trial run or something. I mean, it's obviously 4000 milliamp hours. So when you look at it, if it's a normal size battery with that large of a screen, the battery life might be a bit compromised. But if it's this silicon carbide battery, then there's a good possibility that you could get equal to the battery life of the S25 Ultra, or maybe even more, because the battery has a lot of advantages over regular batteries. Now, that's the only thing that makes sense to me, but still, the pricing and the specs don't really make sense. I mean, it has to be targeted towards an audience who actually wants slim phones and is that focused on wanting slim phones. And I don't know if a big of a market exists for that. I mean, for small phones, yes, there's an obvious market. Even though it's small, there are people who prefer small phones, and I personally do prefer small phones because it's much easier to use. Using a 6.7-inch phone, it's great for watching videos, but for everything else, it's a bit of a pain, and your hand gets sore. But this is a 6.7-inch phone, so I'm a bit confused. The only thing that makes sense to me is that trying out the battery tech on this phone first. But honestly, it would have been better if they maybe brought this out with the new FE phone. Now Samsung is bound to release a new FE phone somewhere online, and they could have tested it out that phone, and if the battery life is that incredible, it could have made a big difference to the phone sales. But where this phone stands right now, I don't know. I mean, yes, I'm sure there are people going to be buying it, but is it really worth the investment they made into it just to test out the battery? And this is just speculation at this point. Where I have no idea whether they're using this new tech or not. All I know is a 4,000 milliampere battery, and this might be happening. So yeah, we're going to wait and see what's going on with this phone, and if it has anything other special that sets it apart from the regular S25 series.